Pronghorns as well as the Regina Cougars. So hopefully there's not a lot left to be wanting, and we see a really good competitive match from both of them.
It's certainly something you can expect. Two high-scoring offenses, a lot of points across those first couple of weekends. 2 for the Pronghorns, 1 for the Cougars, as we're just about getting ready to turn it down for the playing of the national anthem. Our officials for today's game, we'll get you those as well, starting lineups. Neil Donnelly, Brendan Fedosky, and Rob Brodner. And now we'll turn it down to PA announcer Mitchell Blair.
No anthem.
Oh, my apologies, there are no anthems for today's game. But we will get you the starting lineups for both squads. For the visiting University of Lethbridge Pronghorns, it'll be the guards Bryce Solis and Kaimani Pollard, who had a fantastic start to this season, averaging 24 points on 37% three-point shooting, 41% field goal shooting, averaged 7.5 boards per game. Expect him to have a pretty good game here as well. He'll be met with Joe Lemieux, Jackson Perrette, and Carter Fry on the rest of his starting 5. For the Cougars, it'll be Lodi Kenny, Sufyan Elkanen, Ben Kamba, Zhang Tong, and Kaz Dornstouter and Bittner. Last game, Lodi Kenny went really, or last weekend I should say, Lodi Kenny starting both games went absolutely off, shooting 41% from the field, 33 from deep, averaging 19 a game, and having a big game against Manitoba to get Regina their first win of the year.
I mean, he's one of the senior leaders on this Cougars team as we get the starting lineups from the Regina Cougars here. But in reality, they need a leader. They need a scoring leader, if anything. And for Lodi to be that guy to come in and be like, hey, listen, if anyone's scoring tonight, it's gonna be me. And so they definitely need this.
Yeah, and Regina, big thing to note from the last weekend, their only set of games they've played thus far against the Manitoba Bison, it was such a sharp difference from one night to the next. They shot 25% on the Friday, 33% on the Saturday. They had a lot more of their free throws, shot pretty decently well from deep, but man, just going from 62 points to 77 in a win, that's something that they're looking to build off, and you know that's what head coach Steve Burrows is looking for as well. So Regina Cougars in the white, the Pronghorns in the black with the blue numbers. As we get ready for tip-off here from the University of Regina, we're so glad you're joining us, whether it's on Canada West TV, brought to you by BioSteel, or CBC Gem, or the CBC Sports YouTube channel. We're glad to have you along for the ride. Tip-off, and we're underway. Regina are going to win the opening tip. Take it up with Ben Kamba on the floor. He'll lead the points. He'll wait. Now he pass off for Lodi Kenye. Looking at his night started well. He'll lead it for an assist for Dornstouter to get the flush.
Way to get up. Beautiful, beautiful momentum play to start the game. Love to see it.
Dornstouter, the third year. Now this is Kayami Pollard, the fifth-year guard from Gardner, California. And inside, it's a cutting man. It was Joe Lemieux. Would have been a tough layup. Now Regina look to break. Kenny goes out wide. This is a Zhang Tong for three. A Zhang Tong knocks it down.
Beautiful first 5 points to start the game.
This is some kind of Regina struggled with. He's getting off to a good start. They had to leave it to the fourth quarter as here's a lead pass for Kamba through 2 Pronghorns defenders, but he can't quite get the finish. Lemieux there for the board.
Wonder how that would have ended up differently if he had noticed that the ball was pushed ahead to him sooner.
Pollard puts up a 3, too short. Dornstouter with the board. Working quickly, it's Elkanen. Here's Kenny with the mid-ranger, flushes in and out. Rebounded by Pollard. Lethbridge look to go quickly. Now they drive, a block from behind by Tong. Lethbridge keep the rebound. They try to keep the play going. A couple chances, a second chance. Going up there was Pollard, and he draws the foul on about the third attempt. And they'll take it from the side as a Regina player. It's Kamba. He's a little slow to get up. He'll get subbed off here for Bay.
Seems to be holding his stomach. I hope he's okay. You never want anything to happen to your players. I I will have to confess, I wasn't really watching the play. I was watching Ben Campbell as he went down. Probably just made contact with an off arm or something like that. Nothing too crazy as Lodi Kenye fills in Isaiah Bay, who just checked in for Ben Kamba. Hopefully everything okay. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him, as it tends to happen with a physical brand of basketball.
Kaimani Pollard shooting 71% from the stripe. Knocks down both there to make it a three-score game, or a one-score game, excuse me, a three-point game. Here comes Elkinen into the post. He draws the foul in. He'll go to the line. Bryce Solis will get charged for the harm.
Yeah, he didn't look happy with the call, but there was a lot of contact. It's difficult. Both Lethbridge teams, as we saw in the previous call with the Lethbridge women's basketball team and the women's Regina Cougars team, very physical brand of basketball played there towards the end of the game and from both sides. So definitely seems like that's the brand of basketball we're going to see between the two men's teams as well.
Elkinen knocks down both. Regina will sit back a little bit more in their press. This is Lemieux. Waits for a big man, waiting for an option. There's a man in the corner. Pull-up J from the line is up and good to make it a one-score game once again. Last shot made by Jackson Perret. Or Perret, excuse me. This is Bay looking for the pass. This one's intercepted, coming back the other way by Fry. Going up and a block. That was Tong who was in on the defense, or excuse me, that was Kenye in on the defense. It'll stay with Lethbridge, but that could have been a lot worse for Regina.
100%, what a leader on the team, both ends of the floor.
Quickly, this is Lemieux. Goes back up top for Pollard. Through the defense, but not through Dornstadter. Rejects it on the glass. Regina coming the other way with Elkinen. Back out for Bay. He loads up a three. That hits back rim, no good. Perret with the board.
Yeah, I think a little bit frustrating if you're Joe Lemieux rolling wide open, but no one looking to dump the ball to him. But if he stays in that good position, he'll get the ball eventually.
Pollard hits the floater to make it a one-point game. Bay going in high off the glass. That's no good. Pollard the board. Or excuse me, that's Bryce Solis coming up quickly. Solis going down low. Lemieux goes up, draws the foul on Dornstadter. Claiming he got his hands up, but he definitely left his feet.
Yeah, 100%. Joe Lemieux, one heck of a player as well. Interesting fact, I called a Lethbridge game last year during my SRS 132 class, which is Live Event Media and Event Production class, which is student-run production. They were the ones in charge of the previous game with the women's basketball teams. And so Joe Lemieux, he had an unbelievable game last year, and so I expect big things from him here tonight. Just great contributor on both ends of the ball for sure.
You can't hit the second. He is averaging 5.3 a game. As we get a whistle there, and Regina's going to go back to the line as you talk about that intense style of play. Shooting only 14% from deep, 25% from the field. However, he does average 5 rebounds a game and is pretty good in terms of the defensive side of things. Bay now to the line. He knocks down his first. That last foul is going to go against Mason Hoffman, the third-year guard from Magrath, Alberta. Bay can't hit the second. Rebound taken up by Perret. Hoffman looking up against Kenye. There's a pull-up J, that's too short. Rebounded by Kenye, looking to push the pace up to Bay. There's a bit of trouble with his dribble. This is out Elkinen for 3. That hits side rim. And looked like Tong was trying to fight in for the rebound, but it'll go off of him and out of play.
Yeah, really scrappy there. I think that if Regina they need to settle down. They started off really well. They had good energy, very good way of starting out the game. But right now, what they need to do is they need to settle. They're rushing a little bit too much, although they want to keep the energy high, and I love that. I love the energy they want to bring. But if they keep rushing like this, it's going to lead to turnovers and easy points. That's going to come Lethbridge's way.
Parker Fleming tried to lob it to Lou DeLille. can't get it on the other end. It's Kenyi. It's a tough lay, that one. Won't fall, rebounded by DeLille. It's about halfway through this opening quarter. An action-packed one, both on the offense and defensive side. Working into the post, DeLille. The third-year forward from Regina. It's a good spin on the defending Elkinen and puts it up for the first Lethbridge lead of the game. This is Bay. Goes in Kiona, tries to catch a running Bay. Kiona makes a bit of space, takes up a shot, and a great bit of shot selection from the second-year forward. Wide open, it's Brady Baines. He fakes, tries to go for the flashy layup, but a bit of trouble under the rim. That'll put Elkinen going the other way. Backing down, now he gets a fade away, and that's just too clean.
Kobe Bryant would be proud of that one, that's for sure. Beautiful move.
She'll hand off for Pollard. Back out from Mason Hoffman. This is Brady Baines. As Regina work that zone. Now they'll get the switch. So the three put up, no good from Pollard. 12-9 Regina lead. 4:30 to go. Elkinen gets some space working on Fleming. But he can't replicate his last success, rebounded by Pollard. Pollard guarded by Bay, going up. Bay kind of came over the back, and that'll be ruled for the foul.
Yeah, hopefully a little bit slow to get up there, but hopefully it wasn't anything too much as Ben Kamba checks in the game. And, oh, so does Cade. I always forget his last name. Apologies.
Cade Mather.
Cade Mather. Apologies there. No, I just definitely got him at the back of the head as he was going up for that layup. But right now, Regina's defensive intensity has been pretty good. Closeouts need to be a little bit better, tidy that up. But overall, great starting 5 minutes, so I guess 6 minutes now from both these two teams.
Pollard knocks down both free throws to make it a 1-point game once again. Regina in the lead. Kiona, Kenyi, Elkin, Campbell, and Mather on the floor for Regina. Baines, Hoffman, Salas, DeLille, and Fleming for the Pronghorns. Lethbridge working the zone. He's out for Kamba. He'll put up a three and drains it from triple land.
Beautiful. Left them a little bit too wide open. It was a pretty deep three, so I understand the reluctancy to get out there, but I mean, you got to respect the shooter until he shows you can't make it.
Hoffman, the reset up to Salas. Shot clock down to 7. Hoffman gets it back off a bounce. Got a whistle and a foul on the floor. That'll be the 4th on Regina as a team, and the 1st on Ben Kamba.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating there because it really is just a very simple correction. Push in the back is what the ref gave, but bailing out the Lethbridge Pronghorns for sure.
Shot clock was certainly down. Here's Fleming. Goes the pass down low to DeLille, and a late whistle for the foul. That's going to put the 3rd-year forward to the line.
Yeah, and I think there was bound to be a foul call there. So many hands flying in, trying to strip the ball off of DeLille as he makes the first free throw. So definitely they just got to ensure that they just tidy it up a little bit. 5 fouls already with 3.5 minutes to go. Just got to be careful.
Regina working it up quickly, up by 3. This is Kenyi. Fakes out Fleming. Kamba driving in, gets some space going up. Some contact, no whistle. Goes in for Bay. He loses the dribble, but he will draw the foul.
And they call it on the pass too. And definitely, like as they should. Doesn't look like he went up. But Lodi Kenye checking out of the game here.
Regina will take it on the end line with Bay. Kiona back on the floor. They go up top for Mather. It's Kamba. as it's stripped away by Bay and still loose. Regina fighting for it. Are they going to win it? They're going to get the jump ball. And it'll go the way of Lethbridge with the possession, but that's going to swap. And you see the tenacity and you see the physicality these guys are willing to kind of show.
And I think that was probably the biggest lesson that Steve Burrows could have given these Regina Cougars from their win against Manitoba last weekend. That was a difference maker. They weren't afraid. They didn't back down. They were a lot more physical when it came to playing against Manitoba, and sure enough, it helped them come out with a W.
Under 3 to play. Still Regina up by 3. Hoffman gets the double on Mather. Go down low to Lil. Has an option in the post. Can't see him. Goes up over top of Kiona and makes it a 1-point game.
Yeah, great move from DeLille there.
Kemba out to Kiona. Down low Bay, but he steps out of bounds, trying to get that stretch pass out to Gersh in the corner. And it'll be a Regina turnover.
Yeah, definitely frustrating if you're Isaiah Bay. You don't want to be turning over the ball that easily. Just want to make sure that when you just got to make sure you can clean up the things that you can control, and that's one of those things. Joe Lemieux lucky not to be called on a moving screen there as he turned shoulder. If
there was contact there, that's for sure offensive foul. DeLille in the paint, working on Mather, gets the floater to fall, and for the second time today, Lethbridge have the lead.
Yeah, it looks like Steve Burrows might be saying something to the official about that too.
Bay, over top of Lemieux, knocks it down. Hoffman goes for Lemieux. Knocks down Bay holding the ball, so no offensive foul given. Lemieux finds a cutting man. It was Pollard. Gets it up and in. He's got 9. Kemba come the other way. Gretsch from 3. And that hits nothing, coming all the way down. Lemieux with the board. Lemieux to Hoffman. Under 90 seconds to go. This is DeLille working on Mather. He's done really well in the post, and he does well there. He's got 9, going to the line with a chance to make it 10.
You have to wonder how Regina has to feel about the Regina native, DeLille, bringing down the hammer from the paint like that. Just unbelievable footwork, able to give himself so much time. So many opportunities, recognizing the pressure on either side. Phenomenal.
DeLille completes the 3-point play. Make it a 4-point Pronghorns advantage as he'll take a quick rest on the bench, as will a number of other players, including Isaiah Bay coming off for Elkinen. Here comes Kemba up the floor. Out Elkinen, fakes a 3, gets some space, drives, puts up a floater through some contact. Lemieux the rebound, has it poked loose, Regina get it back. Goretsch going up, Goretsch can't get it to go, Baines the board. Now the Pronghorns coming the other way, 2-on-2, now make it 2-on-3. Elkinen up and in, or excuse me, that was Pollard. Now the Pronghorns up by 6, under a minute to go, game clock to 40, shot clock to 18. Kemba, the handoff. It's a 2-2, a call into the game. Elkinen. Guarded by Carter Fry in the post. And turns it over. It was Pollard coming back to the ball. Gives a lead pass for Lemieux, working in on Mather.
Great
Looks
defense.
for an option, and Kemba, you said it, active hands, knocks down that pass. So look, very well, it could have been an open shot for Pollard.
Yeah, but it starts with Cade Mather. Joe Lemieux trying to get him jumping because he knew he had the bigger defender on him. Trying to get him up in the air, trying to draw some contact to get to the free throw line. But Cade Mather, unbelievably disciplined, staying on his feet, just staying straight up. So when that pass came, just made it so much easier for Ben Kamba.
Hoffman's inbound pass taken away by Mather as he comes the other way with the lane, and he finishes well.
Both ends of the floor. That's phenomenal.
Cade Mather with a really good basket, and Lethbridge nearly turning over. Comes off a Regina player and out. 9 seconds to go. Lethbridge got to get some here quick. Perret working on Kamba, goes to the corner. Lemieux with a contested three, and that's going to be too much on it. So it's an exciting first quarter. Lethbridge currently lead the Regina Cougars 23-19. We will go to the second after this. You're watching Canada West Basketball on Canada West TV, CBGM, and the CBC Sports YouTube channel.
Drink Biosteel, the right fuel.
November 11th, the most unforgettable day of the year. A message from the Government of Canada.
Welcome back to the University of Regina. The Cougars and the University of Regina and Lethbridge Pronghorns facing off here in men's basketball Canada West action. So an opening first quarter that had Lethbridge currently leading by 4, 23-19, and most of that was off the back of Kaimani Pollard shooting 3 of 9, 0 of 2 from deep, 4 of 4 from the line, 6 boards, an assist, and 10 points. Lou Delisle as well with 10 points. Most of those in the post, 4 of 4 on the field goal. As we take a look at this season, Lethbridge have played 2 more games than the Cougars, sitting at a 1-3 record. They've scored more, have had a worse defense, shot better from deep and the field, and has also out-rebounded Regina. But Regina certainly playing up to Lethbridge, and if this was last season, then that would be more of an accomplishment, I guess, than it is this year.
Yeah, I think honestly, Regina has to be happy with how they're playing because it seems like they've carried the majority of the momentum from the previous weekend into tonight's game and hopefully into this weekend as well, just as a whole. But definitely lots of things to be improved from the Regina team, but they have to be happy with how they've played so far.
Kamba going up, just misfires. That one hits the rim as on way up. Lemieux there for the rebound. Picking it up, it's Mason Huffman. He's yet to get a basket today. He's been a good ball handler. Lemieux. And for Jackson Perret, he puts up a 3. And that's no good, but an offensive rebound for the Pronghorns. They have yet to get a 3-point field goal in the first quarter. 0 of 1 here in the second as the putback shot is no good from Cole Steele. Kamba. Gets a screen and a switch. Over to Elkinen, a contested 3, but it doesn't matter.
What a shot. With the hand in his face, and not like the defender was giving him that much room, but that just takes confidence and knowing your range as a player, knowing where you can make shots the most consistently. Phenomenal from Elkinen.
This is Lemieux going in on Mather. Goes to the corner. Cole Steele puts up a triple. And that can't find its way in. Lethbridge are going to get charged with a foul. They tried to fight for the jump ball, but a little too much contact in that tussle.
Yeah, Joe Lemieux not happy with that call, feeling like it was rather unjust.
It's going to be on Jackson Perret. That'll be his first. Regina only trail by 1. Brady Baines making his way into the game. Kamba. Elkinen working himself on the off-ball screen against Hoffman. Elkinen fade away, you bet. He's worked that shot a few times in the first quarter. He's doing it again here in the second. Regina back with the lead. Baines goes underneath. This is for Steele on the floater.
And the fact that he's done it twice too, phenomenal. This
Alcannon, Mather to Kamba. Kamba off the glass, no, but a foul as he goes up. That will send Kamba to the line. Bit of a contest from head coach Kenny Otino. So Kamba so far today, 3 points. 1 rebound, 1 assist. Sebastian Perez was charged, or excuse me, that was Brady Baines that was charged with the foul. Perez into the game. Kamba knocks down both. Hoffman, Regina kind of playing a bit of a half-court press. So now they get it over for steal. Hoffman. Going underneath. The floater from Carter Fry is no good. 2-2 a call the rebound as he takes it up. Cannon. Against Baines, the step back three! And the man from Denver is making it seem like we are 5,000 feet above sea level the way that ball is flying through the air.
What a shot. Sidestep just like that. Pure confidence. But again, like, just a great shot from Elkinen.
They go all the way over for Fry. Guarded by Kamba. Baines from deep. He gets it to go. The first made three-point field goal Lethbridge have put up is a good one from the fourth-year guard out of Raymond. Kamba loses his dribble. Goes back up for Gurich. Now this is a call, trying to make some space, gets some. Mather, extra pass, Kamba, extra pass, Elkinen. He gets it from deep. He puts a little too little on it. And they'll go out of bounds.
He was pretty far back from the three-point line that time. I think he was actually closer to the volleyball attack line than he was to the three-point line. It happened in an instant, but I'm pretty sure he was a lot further than what his last two shots were. But the fact that he got as close as he did was absolutely unbelievable.
Baines, guarded by Elkinen. They're just going to try to post up. This is with Perez. He kicks it out, Baines. Now it's Pollard for three. That's too short. Pollard nearly gets the rebound, but Kenny coming back the other way. And he's going to get whistled for the offensive foul. That was good from Baines. Staying outside the restricted area, gets settled, and is able to draw the offensive harm.
Well, yeah, I think that's a tough one for Kenny to take, only because as he's trying to Euro step past Baines, he notices that the other defender is coming down that left side, and so he wasn't able to actually split the defenders. He realized, okay, well, I either have to go up or I have to either run into a guy and try and make a shot that way. And so getting caught kind of in two minds there.
Brady Baines, his second three-pointer of the quarter. And Lethbridge take back the lead. Elkinen with 12. It's good for the team high of Regina. A call, guarded by Fry. Elkinen up to Kenny. The screen, now they roll it. Shot clock to 3, they go underneath. Dornstadter have to throw one up, and they're not going to get off in time. A one-handed effort from McCollum nearly went in, but the buzzer had sounded for the shot clock.
Yeah, you're telling me. Oh, I know.
And now it's going to be a few substitutions coming in for the Pronghorns. It'll be Lou DeLille back in. He had an impressive first quarter. Pass nearly intercepted. This is Pollard from 3, and he's still yet to get his first triple. Kenny. O'Cannon, that one blocked coming on the way down, but he gets it back. Too hard off the glass. Really good defensive work by, I believe that was Perret. Now it's Pollard the other way. He's got 12.
He's got some speed on him. Able to get past Kamba just like he wasn't even there. Absolutely phenomenal.
Kamba goes to Kenny, but he loses it. Perret again to steal. Now it's Baines up top. Peretz sees the lane. He'll take it baseline. I think it might have been blocked going up. A call gets it anyway. Under 5 to go. This is Elkinen. With a lane through the defense. Dornstadter thought he got the rebound. This is Pollard the other way, and a block from Kenny flying through the sky. The Calgary native rejects Pollard on this shot.
Just managed to hold him up due to a call, doing the right thing. Almost just standing his ground, letting him know. Pollard lucky not to get called with the offensive, kind of like flicking his elbow out there. So just a little bit unlucky there as the timeout's called on the floor here. Looks like at least, yeah timeout for Regina on the floor there. I was just going to say, maybe these players are Jordan Lawley. I don't know if anyone who follows basketball religiously. He's a very famous NBA trainer. And so he's down courtside right now as we take a look at the player of the week. The BioSteel men's player of the week here in Canada was 53 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists, 5 steals, and 1 block. Now, my question is that over 2 games?
I believe so, yeah.
It would have to be, right?
Across the week for Evgeny Bakin.
Unbelievable stat line, to say the least. But definitely something to be proud of. So, yeah, Jordan Lawley, famous NBA trainer, sitting here courtside watching the Cougars play. He's here in town visiting a local basketball training academy. And so, pretty cool to have someone who recognizes and understands the game of basketball so well, being able to watch the Regina Cougars as we just got a replay of that insane block from Lodi Kenye.
Really well done from the guard in pursuit. The Pronghorns will take it from the end line. 33-29, Lethbridge lead. Lou DeLille, 10 points on the day.
Going back to work.
Now he'll try to drive in with the floater through some contact, no good. Isaiah Bay back on the floor, he takes it up quickly. Sees some space, takes it himself, why not? Gets the lay and makes it a 1-score game. Hoffman. Guarded by Kenyi, a bit of no man's land. Gets the pass for Perret. Goes back down to DeLille. Why not? He's had a really good game in that position. Draws the foul and gets continuation. Lou DeLille, in his homecoming back to Regina, has put on a great performance here in the Queen City.
DeLille, absolutely phenomenal in the paint as we take another look at that. Just patient and strong to be able to go up through the contact like that.
This is Bay. He puts up a 3. That's going to be short. Regina get the rebound with Kenyi, guarded by Perret. He'll try to post up on him. Fades away. That right bump shoulder fade. It's double rim, no good. Rebounded by DeLille. Fleming spinning, going up. Dornstadter got a bit of contact. Might have got the ball, but he also got his arm in the process.
Yeah, coming down in a downward motion like that. Arms were hanging, wasn't straight up. Unlucky. Dornstadter's going to have to check out of the game here as we take a look at that replay. Yeah, definitely came down, hit his arm, hit his head. And I think so. That means that Drew Ackerman checks into the game for the first time here.
Yeah, Ackerman, the fourth-year forward from Meadow Lake, last played for the University of Guelph. As at the line, it's Parker Fleming. He gets his first basket. Brady Baines back into the game. Fleming can't get the second. Rebounded to Kenye. DeLille took a swipe at it. 3 minutes to play. Kenye just takes a mid-ranger. DeLille is there to reject it in the air. Pollard coming up the other way.
Took too long to make a decision.
5-point lead for the Pronghorns. Here's a hook shot put up. DeLille couldn't get the bank. Now it's Kiona. Kamba, guarded by Pollard. Bay, good move out. Kiona, he takes a 3 from the corner, in and out. Baines the rebound. 2.5 to play in the half. Pollard. They set up the offense against Kenyi. Handoff from Fleming, no. Hoffman puts up the mid-ranger. Really well worked, couldn't get fall. Fleming, the board, back out to Hoffman. Recycles, here's a 3 from Pollard, no good. And over the back foul is going to be charged to Fleming and be his first.
Absolutely amazing box out from Isaiah Bay. Smaller defender, and he just made him look like he was next to nothing, that Lethbridge defender. Being able to box him out like that, I'm a short guy, so I always have to give praise to when the smaller defender makes it look so easy.
Kiona catch and shoot 3, and that hits nothing on its way, too strong. Pollard the board. Baines fakes, gets some room, going to the hoop, and he gets it to fall. Here's Kiona, or excuse me, this is Bay. Down low for Ackerman on the easy lay.
What a pass.
For DeLille, gets doubled. This is out for Pollard from 3, and no good once again. So Pollard has done really well when he's slashing as a guard, but he can't get anything to fall from deep, as Lethbridge are going to call a timeout. So far, Regina still well in this game. Certainly looked better in the first, but have had their moments here in the second. What do you think that head coach Steve Burrows is thinking going into half that maybe wants to see more or less of?
If anything, right now, the one thing that I'm thinking personally, if I'm Steve Burrows, is what is the easiest way that I can make my team score? Because right now it seems like they're just trying to force themselves to score instead of letting the game come to them. Trying to let the game flow a little bit more so they can get better looks. Elkinen has done amazing, taking what the defense has given him, just being able to read the amount of room he has, where he is on the court, his spacing. But I think outside of that, right now, it seems like Regina's just trying to force the issue a little bit more. As we take a look at the coaches poll here, Calgary and Alberta, UBC, for Canada West, Victoria number 1, Lethbridge number 10, and Regina's up there at number 12 as well. So that's pretty good for Regina. Lethbridge, I'm sure that'll be a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, considering how well they did last year to only be ranked 10th. And so hopefully this next half of basketball, I think Steve Burrows will want them to wipe the slate clean and come out as intense as they did in that first half of first quarter of basketball.
Minute 13 to go. Regina trailing 5. Kamba guarded by Pollard. Semanalik in a post up. Go an extra pass to Bay with some room. Step back 2. Hits front rim, hits again, but no good. Hoffman look for his first bucket. He'll just pass it up for Pollard. And a whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line with 51 to play.
And really smart play from Pollard, recognizing that he's got Kiona draped all over him, like so close to him that any sort of motion going up, it will be called a foul. As we see the play evolve here in this replay here. Yeah, he's got him so tight onto his hip that he knows that there's going to be contact as he goes up.
Pollard knocks down the first. A busy day for the fifth-year guard from Cali. A 13-point performance, 5 of 5 from the line. 4 of 15 from field. 0 of 6 from 3. Kamba. Kenyi from 3. At his front rim, Baines the rebound. Quickly he goes up. Pollard there waiting, and he gets the easy layup. And he's got 16. This is Kenyi. Still looking for his first bucket as well in this first half. Back out for Bay. He's got 5. He gets a pull-up shot, and he gets it to drain. Hoffman, game clock down to 5. Kamba gets the turnover. This is Bay. He'll put up a three, and that just hits back rim. So that'll do it for the first two quarters. After a half of basketball, it's the University of Regina Cougars 33, University of Lethbridge Pronghorns 42. We'll be back with the second half right here from the Center of Kinesiology and Health from the University of Regina. We'll be back on Canada West TV and CBC Gem after this.
Drink Biosteel, the right fuel.
Una tapinit, veroktuit, verokseert, atani.
Masjinem naganot.
Awase kikanawa chigan kinawend ondaje ashit jitagong.
Wabrokshishikti ayeskusiwak.
Moy pihtago sitsik pihto baskisigana nihtaich.
Ninwe neboyang ka kwatkwak gishgadwan.
Ningiba madizamin. Ngiga kain da amen gibi da bang. Gibanga shimod gizes.
Sage higuyak. Mina egi sage higuyag. Ego appin. Epimishiniag. Ima Flanders a kig.
Mksawadwinin daninin madndutiag. Dana madnuksiegig.
Gilwo de gek bemiptuinen.
Ne yo jirlo de anagon ya hasa.
Si qu'on cause la fouet avec qui sont morts.
Modsnigi ay wepenan a tanurten te leflar urta Flanders misawapagwan.
Games evolve. Players evolve. Teams evolve. And fans, they evolve too. But our team pride, it hasn't changed. In fact, it is the very thing that connects us. And united, we play.
For 60 years, this game has defined Canadian university football. A tradition rooted in heart, grit, and pride. This year, the Vanier Cup returns to the West, to the heartland of football. Regina is ready. Let's show them how we do football. More than a game, it's tradition.
Discover your passions and prepare for the future at the University of Regina in the faculties of Arts, Science, and Media Art and Performance.
Expand your horizons through fieldwork or internships, dig into ancient questions or cutting-edge debates, all while sharpening your critical thinking and communication skills in the Faculty of Arts.
Experiment and discover with the Faculty of Science. Learn how to analyze and research, and gain hands-on experiences in our laboratories, cooperative work terms, and pre-professional programs.
Explore in the studio, meet fellow creators, and experience new ways to express yourself in the Faculty of Media, Art, and Performance.
Learn new approaches and experience new perspectives to help your creative expression flourish.
No matter which faculty you join, you'll develop skills for success
and have gained new hands-on experiences to help you find the right path for you as you move forward into the future.
I'm Dev Panchal. I'm a fourth-year film student at the UFR. I came here in Regina back in 2017 from India and finished my high school here, and I'm here since then. So the creative media team at the University of Regina is made up of students from all different faculties, and we are responsible for live event broadcasting for events at the university, which include our convocations for spring and fall, and our varsity sports events, any other events happening at the UFR. So my current role with the creative media team is a director and switcher. So I switch cameras, I am in communication with the team staff, I make sure that everything is operated nice and smooth, and I'm responsible for whatever goes onto the broadcast. And I think this has expanded my skills, so I can not only go into film and TV, but also get a career in this live event broadcasting. I think my biggest learning since involvement in the team is my people skills. I think I have interacted with a lot of students from different faculties, different backgrounds, which I was not able to get in my own class. And I think just talking to people, learning from them, learning from their experiences is a skill I value. So this hands-on learning experience has helped me open doors off campus. Some of them is working with the sports team, such as Saskatchewan Roughriders and other media production companies in the province. I think creating media team is a great opportunity for hands-on learning, just because it gives you the opportunity to expand on your skill sets. Everyone brings different skills to the table, so I think they all come together to create a collaborative work environment. So I would recommend all students to explore hands-on learning opportunities that are present to them.
My name is John Littlebear. Uki Nastuna Danako Bidochkami. That's my Blackfoot name, which interprets to Eagle's Call or Eagle Speaker, and I'm a fourth-year student in the Aboriginal Health Program at the University of Lethbridge. 4 or 5 years ago, I made the decision to come back to school, and it's probably the best decision I've made. It basically saved my life. Coming from the reserve, you deal with a lot of addiction, you deal with a lot of substance abuse. I've been affected by it throughout my growing up, and I've made some bad choices. I was heading down a wrong path. I knew I wasn't going forward in the direction I wanted. I wasn't feeling proud of myself or proud of the life that I was living at that point. So 5 years later come now, it's sure changed my life around for the better, and it's taken a lot of hard work to be where I'm at, but without the support from my parents, my peers, my brothers and sisters and all my friends, I wouldn't be at where I'm at right now. I have daughters and a son, and I just want them to be proud of me that I accomplished something. Knowing that my children will be there when I finish and I walk across that stage, that's one of the proudest moments. I can't wait till it happens, so I'm just thriving and moving forward to that day. I just want people to know, no matter where you come from, anything's possible. It's never too late to turn your life around and to move forward in a positive way.
In Flanders fields, the poppies blow. Between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
I was just about to deploy to Bosnia for a 6-month peacekeeping tour, and I did a retreat. It changed my life, and it gave me tools to really face some challenges and also discover 8 other women. Some of them are my best friends. I wanted to do that for women veterans. I wanted our own place to have these retreats, and so I bought the Pepper Pod, converted it into a retreat center for women veterans. And really, it's all about coming here and getting to know yourself through the eyes of 8 to 10 other women. The Veterans and Families Wellbeing Fund has enabled this because, I mean, it's very expensive, and so they have given us support. So we are able to offer all the programs here for free. Everything is an excuse to network and to build a strong network of women veterans so that the next generation of veterans or soon-to-be veterans know that we're there for them. We're going to help them, we're going to mentor them and be their allies and their sisters in arms and their coaches and colleagues.
Welcome back to the University of Regina. The Cougars and the University of Lethbridge Pronghorns here in men's basketball action from the Canada West. Take a look at the first half stats, guys, as we get ready for the third quarter. The Pronghorns currently lead 42-35, up by 7, shooting a lot better from the field. Regina a little bit better from deep, out rebounding the Cougars by 2. Regina a few more turnovers, but so far it feels like the bench points for the Pronghorns has been the main feature, and that's mostly been led by Lou DeLille, the Regina native. 12 points, 2 boards, 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 from the field. Who else do you feel like has really stood out in that first quarter?
I mean, as they're giving a shot there just quickly of Elkinen, he's been phenomenal for the Cougars. He's been the spark that they really needed. Kenyi, the guy who we expected to be that spark, just has not come to life quite yet. But I'm expecting him to show out a lot more in this second half of basketball. The other one I would actually highlight as well is Baines. Baines has been absolutely phenomenal, both defensively and offensively. Maybe not necessarily on the stat sheet, but just being a leader on the floor has definitely made a big difference for sure.
Kevin Pollard as well, 16 points, 9 boards, 5 of 6 from the field, but notably 0 of 6 from 3. Why do you think he's maybe struggled from deep? But when he comes to slash and when he comes to work his way inside the arc, that he's had more success.
I mean, honestly, if I had to guess anything, I think his legs are just a little bit tired. The amount of transition offense and transition defense both of these teams have had to play, and the amount of running that's happened between the two has been an incredible amount. And so when you're running back and forth like that, and it is quite a heavily contested game that is happening in transition, most of those shots tend to come short, and it seems like most of his shots have been short as well. So if I had to guess, I think it would be that.
We'll see if we can change that going into the second half. Some foul trouble notes. The only player with 3 fouls is on Regina. It's Kaz Dornstouter. 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 of 1 shooting from the field, and 3 fouls to his name. As you see there, the U Sports top 10. Victoria currently sitting up at number 1. And in terms of scheduling, Regina, they're going to have their hands full next weekend. On the 14th or 15th, they will go to British Columbia to play the Lakes in what they hope they can get an upset win. They would much rather come into that weekend with a winning record, or maybe in at 500, to make that a little bit more impressive and have them potentially go into the playoffs. As you mentioned off the top, the middle of the standings, a lot of teams at 2-2. Now obviously actively, a lot of those teams playing right now as well, so that could change by the night's end, but a lot of movement that could happen here in this opening kind of part of the season, that maybe when the end of the season comes around and these teams are sitting on their couch, they are going to be looking back at these early games and wondering what could have been. But as we get ready for the second half, 35-42, the Pronghorns currently lead the Cougars.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that these games are almost season defining in a sense, not necessarily because it's the sorry, I got distracted there by the announcer. Not necessarily because it's the biggest name on their calendar, but because these are the games where you get to really iron sharpens iron. A lot of those times against those bigger games, bigger teams, it can go one way or another, but definitely makes a huge difference in terms of competition and just where you feel you're at when you're playing a team that's at your same skill level.
This is Bryce Solis with the ball. He gets it to Perrette. Has to hold up, shot clock down to 10. Pollard driving in on Kamba, gives it out. Perrette from 3. And a little short. It's going to go off of Lemieux. Or excuse me, it's off of a Cougar player. Lemieux looked like he was the last to touch it. But it'll be Pronghorns ball.
I think Lemieux was pretty adamant too that he hadn't touched it. But I do agree with you. It did definitely look like he was the last one to touch it.
So shot clock resets 14, now down to 10. Pollard goes to the corner for Perrette. Hands off for Lemieux. The floater is no good. Save, but right to Perrette. Kind of a desperation play. The shot clock resets. They rule possession. Pollard for 3. That's no good. His woes from beyond the arc continues. Shot clock resets to 14. Some offensive work here from the Pronghorns. Lemieux goes up. Can't draw the foul. Going back up again, but they will on the second attempt. Carter Fry is going to go to the line. And longer possession, almost a minute to start the half.
That's frustrating if you're Regina not being able to. Honestly, I would have taken my chances if I was Elkinen, just letting the ball go out, because even it looked like Lodi Kenye thought that was going to be their ball regardless, but I guess Sophie and Elkinen thought differently, and so I think that's where that miscommunication happened. But not really happy there, although surprised there wasn't a push in the back called there.
Either way, Kenny coming the other way, going to the hoop. He overshoots the layup. Can't get the finish. Pollard coming the other way. 16 points in that first half. And he's able to get some more here. He's up to 18 with a chance to make it a 3-point play. He has been on fire. If this was 2K, there'd be a big takeover sign right in the top right corner.
Pollard has been absolutely menacing in transition. He hasn't been able to be stopped. Not only has he been the fastest guy out there, being able to get up and down the floor, but he's also been the most consistent in and around the rim, which you have to appreciate. Lodi Kenny just taking some time to, I guess, warm up to the game or something. Hasn't been able to hit shots that he normally would. So hopefully we see him, because I think he is on par with Pollard on any other night for sure.
Driving in, it's Elkinen. Shot clock to 5. He's got to get one up. Instead, he passes to Kemba, and a whistle and a shot clock violation. And just poor clock management from the Cougars. Down by 10, you can't make those kind of mistakes. And you especially can't let this third quarter get away.
No, and in these quarters, I think we've talked about it in other calls as well. They are very much defining in terms of how the game will shape out, is what happens in the third quarter mostly.
Lemieux muscling through. That's really good post offense facing off against Ajong Tong. Kemba goes to Kenny. Still looking for his first bucket. If he can get hot even a little bit, he'll be a big factor in this game. Swings it all the way around Elkinen. Shot clock to 8. Working in on Pollard. Gets him to bite. Can't get the floater. And it's rebounded by Solis. He goes up quickly. Pollard to the net, and a rejection by Kenny. Could that be the spark the Cougars need to get going in the second half? Elkinen fakes a 3. Would have been from deep. He falls on his own screener. Now going the other way. Kenny gets the block. So
oh my God.
Jackson Perrette thought he had a free layup. Lodi Kenny with the denial. He's done that once today, back in the first half. Kenny to the corner. This is Gorech. Kenny, an open 3. He takes it. Can't knock it down. Carter Fry with the board. Felt like this whole gym stood still as Solis come back the other way on Elkinen. Elkinen wins that battle and gets the board. Or excuse me, it's Kenny with the board. To the corner, Kamba, an open three. And that hits front rim. Well, what an exciting start to this third quarter as Pollard even wants to slow things down. Fry. Goes out Peretz. Go back out Jackson Peretz to Fry in the corner. Spinning, puts up a shot, highly contested. Kamba can't get the rebound. It's up for Pollard, and it's up for the lay. Kaimani Pollard with 20. Cougars are gonna use the timeout.
Pollard needs to be a little bit careful there. He's yelling and flexing, and one, no call.
I have seen that get called in other leagues for sure. Steve Burrows, he's having a conversation with the officials about, I think, maybe something under the rim, maybe fighting for a loose ball foul on the rebound or something in that whole spell of just crazy action.
Yeah, and it was a lot of stuff that happened there all in succession, especially with the fact, considering the fact that on both ends there was a lot of contact and there has been a lot of intensity from both teams. But honestly, if I'm Steve Burrows, I actually have to be happy with the way that the officials have called this game so far. They've been pretty fair going both ways. It just so happens that a lot of the fouls that Lethbridge has had called is because they're in underneath the board so much. And so it really is just a consequence of the extra hustle that Lethbridge is putting in that is getting them to the line just a little bit more often.
And in terms of winning the quarter, like how we mentioned that was so important, it's currently 7-0 Lethbridge leading Regina. So a well-used timeout for Steve Burrows. As Regina really just needs to get out of the locker room after half.
I've never heard that. That's a good saying. That's a good saying.
Elkinen down low. Up against Hoffman. Goes up and gets the first Regina bucket out of the frame. This is Baines. Down low DeLille. He's a dangerous threat in the post. They go for the double, and they actually win it on the double. However, Tong can't get the rebound.
Steve Burrows looking at him like, grab the ball, grab the ball.
It looked like he was just going in with one hand, yeah.
And so I think that's what he's preaching a little bit more. If he's preaching anything, it's just, guys, like, let's grab the rebound, not just tip it out.
Up top, this is DeLille with a bit of space. He just has to put up a shot. Not sure he was very comfortable with that one. Kamba the rebound.
Great board from him as well.
Kamba quickly the other way, and Kamba quickly lays it in. The lead to 10, 39-49, Pronghorns lead. Lemieux hands off to Hoffman. He takes a three from deep. Front rim no good, rebounded Tong.
Good defensive possession there from the Cougars.
Looking in for Kenyi. Lodi Kenyi fakes, fades away, gets it to drop. It's a 6-0 Regina run, and the first basket Kenyi has of the night.
Hopefully that's what he needs. Maybe all he needs is one to get him going.
This is Lemieux. DeLille, guarded by Tong. Handoff Bades for three. That one might have been deflected going up. There to receive it was Kenyi. Going up, draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Joe Lemieux very unhappy with that call. There was definitely contact there. You have the contact to the body. I don't know if we have a replay of it or not, but 100% it looked like there was contact to the body as he was going up. Maybe even crowded him out as he was landing. And so Joe Lemieux not happy with the call because it is such a, I guess, tedious call, but it's a call nonetheless, and it's the correct one. So hopefully this will help Lodi as well. Kind of, this is his chance, if anything, to recalibrate his shot, find his feet, find a rhythm.
Yeah, he was shooting 0 of 7 for the game after he made that last shot. Now 1 of 8. 11 rebounds worth noting from Kenyi as he goes 2 for 4 now from the line this game.
And like a bajillion blocks, eh?
Yeah, well, it's not listed on my stat sheet, but it definitely does have like 2 or 3, which is crazy from a guard of his caliber.
100%.
Of his offensive caliber, I should say, to be doing that defensive work. Baines going down low for DeLille. Once again gets doubled, loses the ball, and it's out of bounds. DeLille has been kept rather quiet. He hasn't had too many minutes in the second half, but Regina feel like they have something of an antidote against him.
And honestly, if you are Regina, this is what you need. You need the momentum to swing back into your favor right now.
Elkannon just puts one up. Why not? It's off the board. No good. Rebounded by Kenyi. Resets it back out. Gets some space. Working on Baines. How about that? Put that man in a blender.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, Kenny now with 6. All in this half. He's got some momentum and reaches in for the foul. He knew it immediately. But man, he is starting to feel himself a little bit more. Brady Baines, a pretty good perimeter defender. He was looking a little bit silly at the hands of the guard.
Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. I still can't get over that move. Timeout Lethbridge.
Yeah,
as they should. As they should.
A smart timeout. They'll have 2 more remaining in the half. But man, Lodi Kenny now starting to get back in this game, and that's exactly what Regina need with Pollard and DeLille on the floor.
Yeah, 100%. I think Kenny. I wonder if they'll sit him. I think he's what is that his second foul? Okay, so they probably won't sit him, but it just makes you think a little bit about just how dangerous this Cougar team is as we look at the assist leaders. Hitter Bahati with 20 total, 5 per game. Isaac Simon, a Regina native.
Yeah, Harvest City Clipper.
100%.
Or Reaper, excuse me. Former
4.3.
city and provincial champion.
Yep. It looks like a lot of these guys doing what they do best, dishing out the ball. But, I mean, you got to be impressed with the way that Regina has bounced back here, especially.
As we come back out of the timeout, it's a 4-point game. It'll be Lethbridge ball with DeLille to inbound. They work it to Baines. Back to Lil. Over to Pollard. An extra swing to Baines and some contact and a definite foul for sure. Kamba jumping in the air, nearly scissor kicked Brady Baines right in the side of the head. They were going to let it play out, but coming back and they'll call the foul. Not a shooting one, interestingly.
No, it was on the pump fake and he was about to drive.
Right.
Ooh, yeah, he definitely clipped him right in the eye. But no, right call. That's definitely a foul. I think it was definitely accidental, but
Baines in the corner. Open 3, can't get it back rim. Regina only trail by 4. This is Kenyi. Spinning out Kamba with the lane. He's got a chance. The tip is going to go from Kaz Dornstadter, his 4th point.
That's what they need. They need someone to follow in. 2-point game now. Everything to play for. 3 minutes left in this quarter. Let's see. They have a shell defense. They're playing 3-2. Hopefully this will lead to some good stops here for the Cougars.
They go down low. Now they double Fleming. This is out for 3. A whistle before the shot and a 3-second violation. 3 in the key. Charged to the Pronghorns. And you think with that 3-2 and only the 2 defenders guarding the key, maybe the eyes got a little bit too wide for the guys in black.
100%. I think they thought that they had a little bit more time and space than what they actually did. And Lou DeLille coming off going to the bench and not happy at all with being subbed off, especially after something like that.
Kenyi working on Baines, nearly travels, goes back up top Bay. Shot clock to 2, gets one off, it won't hit rim. Buzzer will sound, but possession taken by the Pronghorns, and they'll go quickly with Pollard. Goes to the corner for Hoffman, still looking for his first bucket. Nearly a carry. Now it's Baines, back to Hoffman. Shot clock to 11. Hoffman working on Bay. Goes for Sebastian Perez. driving, puts up a shot, not really that well taken. Dornstadter's there to collect the rebound.
Good stop there from the Cougars.
Bay trying to go up. It'll go off of the foot of, I believe it was Hoffman. And Regina get possession under the board. 2 minutes to play in this third quarter, and this game's gotten a lot, not that it wasn't early, but man, it's gotten a lot tighter, and there's a lot more energy in this contest.
I think that's an understatement, honestly. I'm pumped just watching these guys play right now, just because the intensity is so high, and so it's kind of hard to focus on.
Down low, Dornstadter, the jam.
It's hard to focus on your job when the game is this exciting. You know, you're just in the moment watching. But hey, you gotta commend Steve Burrows' coaching. This is phenomenal coaching from him. I wonder what Lethbridge is going to do to kind of counteract this 3-2 defense. Ben Kamba.
The steal, the lead pass. Kenny, he gets it. Defense coming back. Kenny going up. Kenny draws the foul. It was Carter Fry who came back. He thought he got the ball, and I believe he's going to get charged for the foul, and he is.
Yeah, I think if you're Lethbridge, the last thing you want to do right now is complain. We'll take a look at this call here one more time.
Certainly doesn't get the ball.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he's making contact with the body more so than what he's swiping at him. But yeah, absolutely unbelievable by Lodi Kenya to be, and Ben Kamba, what a steal. Especially on someone like Pollard, who's had such a great game so far.
And Kenny can't hit it, but Dornstadter gets the layup. He's got 8.
That was phenomenal.
Pollard now throws that pass off of Cougar. Now a sub coming in as they try to take it a little quickly.
Joe Lemieux's got to be careful there.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to get caught with too many people on the court at one time. Steve Burrows, phenomenal coaching changes from him to be able to tighten up. I'm sure Joe Lemieux and DeLille are coming in with a few more instructions.
Here's a 3 put up. That's short again from Pollard. At a certain point, you just got to realize they aren't falling from deep. Kenny makes a move, trying to go down low. Dornstadter, Baines with the save. Solis with Bay trying to stop. Baines fakes the midi. Now he goes for Solis. That's a 3. That's no good, and that's a Regina rebound from Mejong Tong.
I just don't know why you're jumping on a 3-point attempt that is so far out. They just got to be a little bit more disciplined. That's how they get you on those fouls. That's how it happened with Ben Kamba.
Kenny, or excuse me, that was Kamba, gets fouled. And now it'll be Regina ball from the side. That's the 3rd team foul.
And that's the first on Pollard, too.
Kamba the inbound. Goes the extra pass. Bay wide open 3. That's good. Regina up by 4.
Yeah, I think if you're Lethbridge's coaches, you're frustrated and you're hoping that this quarter ends. We did say that it was going to be a quarter that was going to swing how this game was going to go, and so far Regina is showing more resilience.
Here's a 3, and that's good from Pollard, his first of the day, to stop the Lethbridge bleeding. It's a 2-point Regina lead. Regina will get last shot. Kamba to hold against Pollard. Gets a screen. Kamba. This is a 3. That's no good. Doesn't hit anything on its way down. That's the end of the third quarter. Regina come back to take a 2-point lead. Going into the final frame, it's Regina 54, Lethbridge 52. We'll be back after this on Canada West TV and CBC Gem.
Drink BioSteel, the right fuel.
11th, the most unforgettable day of the year.
Welcome back to Regina Cougars and Pronghorns. What was an exciting third quarter that Regina, at one point we're down 7-0 in the frame, came back to win the frame 19-10.
Yeah, and honestly, I think if I have to give credit to anyone, not just the players obviously, but I have to give credit here to Steve Burrows and his coaching team. That coaching staff made a change in that third quarter to go to that 3-2 zone, and goodness gracious, has it ever worked out for them. The way that they've been able to execute, not just offensively, but specifically defensively with that system has been phenomenal. It's the reason that they've gone back into this game and the reason they've been able to stop the bleeding against Lethbridge.
Kenye, the step back. It looked like it was deflected by DeLille, and Baines the rebound. Pollard out to Baines. Back around Pollard. He'll drive through some contact and hits the rim going up. Mather the rebound, going the right way. Kenye to the hoop, can't finish. Mather can't get the rebound. Baines does.
I wonder what Jackson Pollard, or Jackson, I was thinking Jackson Pollard.
Here's a three put up from Baines, that's good. He's got 11.
I wonder what Pollard was complaining to the refs about. He was pointing at the ball. Maybe it was wet because of the sweat, but who knows.
Now Lethbridge up one, this is Kamba. Seven points so far. He draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one's going to be on Lemieux. That'll be his second.
I'm surprised they've taken out Lemieux as much as they have. I thought they were going to let him play a little bit more, but I think he hasn't really done much here offensively. Not as much as I saw him do last year. So I think I'm a little bit underwhelmed here. But he's been an impact definitely defensively. I think he's definitely changed some shots and been able to get in the way, be a little bit more disruptive for sure.
18 minutes for Lemieux thus far. As now Regina take back the lead by 1 point. Pollard with 23 on the game. Waiting for an option. We go back around Solis. Back over Pollard. Pull up. Gets it and the foul.
Lodi Kenye just kind of looking around, asking how. But, yeah, I think he was definitely in his landing space. Steve Burrows is arguing that he's kicking out his legs, trying to initiate that contact. We'll take a look here. I think he was in his landing space.
I certainly did kind of stick his leg out a little bit, but that's just smart basketball when you're in the air like that.
I 100% agree with you. He knew that the defender was coming, and so I think I don't think he exaggerated it too much to the point where the ref isn't going to give it, but, well, clearly.
Yeah.
But
it's not James Harden levels of foul baiting.
Exactly.
It's good enough to put the Pronghorns up by 2. Isaiah Bay to load up the offense. Falls for Mather to go to the corner. Bay wants a 3. Now he'll take it. This is from deep, and that hits front rim. Still loose. Kamba fighting for the board, but he'll get whistled for the foul instead. That's number 3 on Kamba.
He's got to be careful now in this fourth. Can't afford to have too many here as Kenye sent to the bench to sit now. Probably definitely upset with himself and how he's played so far. Below his standards, to say the least. So I think he definitely expects a lot more of himself from the way that he's played. 6 points, averaging 19 on over the last 2 games at least. I was going to say the season, but that is their season, I guess, so far. And so
still a decent amount of time for him to make an impact in this fourth quarter if he were to come back on the floor. Solis with it. Out for Pollard. DeLille, good underhand pass. Lemieux has it stolen away by Mather. Plays it up quickly for Elkinen. He's got 14. Back up Bay. Cannon trying to go up, a beautiful steal from Solis. Getting it done on the defensive side. Now he'll go himself. He'll get called for a foul, or he will be fouled on the pass. Baines was open in the corner. That'll be a foul on Mather.
Yeah, definitely. I think that just a little bit of a hip check or push on the hip made a big difference as Max Hoffman checks into the game here. But it's definitely made a huge difference just how Regina's played. Lethbridge have made some adjustments and it's definitely been helping, especially in terms of being able to create a little bit more chaos down low.
3-on-1 for Regina. Kamba to Mather. Gets it to fall. It's tied at 58.
Yeah, no, literally, as we're talking about that, phenomenal defense there from the Cougars. Looks like they switched back to a man.
This is Lemieux spinning on Dornstadter. Goes up and gets the clean layup. Tried to bait some kind of contact when he realized he wasn't. He just played fundamental.
And it made the difference. He was able to get it up pretty easily there as well. So that's just good basketball from Joe Lemieux.
Elkinen working on Pollard. A whistle and a travel. Elkinen moving that pivot foot. The entire Lethbridge bench was screaming it right at the official standing in front of him.
Yeah, the ref just telling him, hey, calm down. Like, let me make the calls here. They think Lethbridge, I think that's their only warning left, I would assume.
I would think.
Now I think the next one is definitely going to be a technical foul. So they just got to be careful because that'll make a difference in a really tight game like tonight.
Down low DeLille. No double coming. So he'll just go himself. Off the right shoulder bump. That's just textbook from the big man. He's got 14.
A little bit of a flex there on Cade Mather too.
Now foul before the travel. It's going to be on, I think it's DeLille. I believe so.
Yeah.
So that'll be his first, so no real concern about that. Joe Lemieux is going to come off though. He'll be replaced by, that's Carter Fry. Looking in for Mather. Mather nearly fouled. They go to the corner for Bay, and the three rattles out.
Unlucky.
Pollard working on Bay. Gets a screen, gets another one. Hoffman goes one more for Pollard. Back out Hoffman. Little give and go, and a little bit of a masterfully worked offense. Works out for the Hoffman triple.
Pollard kind of baiting him, just clapping in Isaiah Bay's face.
Bay comes back the other way. Kiona, pump fake, drives, trying to go off the glass. DeLille was there on the defensive side to make sure that wouldn't be a possibility.
Talk about a back and forth game.
Wow. Solis. It's a bit of a lane. DeLille fakes the three. Now he'll take it. And that one just off left. Bay the board. Elkinen drawing the foul, nearly gets the and one. That would have been a lot of momentum going the way of Regina, but he'll go to line.
Yeah, I think right now they need to hit these free throws. They need to make them count, and I think the only other thing that they can hope for right now, as we take a look at that, he definitely got him.
Yeah, that foul is going to be on Hoffman. It'll be a second. He'll make his way off as Regina are going to use a timeout.
Yeah, I think they need it. If anything, they need to settle their nerves a little bit. Right now, it's a 7-point game, so if anything, they need to make sure that they're locked in for these last few minutes here as we take a look across Saturday across the West, 5 p.m. Across the board except for 7 p.m. 6 p.m. Okay, I take it back. Different times everywhere. MRU at Winnipeg, TRU at McEwen, Lethbridge here at Regina, Calgary at Brandon, UBCO at UBC. That's going to be It's going to be a good one, definitely. And then TW, Trinity Western at UNBC. So a lot of good games being played across the West here in men's basketball. So should be a great Saturday if we have a game tomorrow here, just like the game that we were having tonight. Oof, we are in for an action-packed night for sure. As well, the Riders are in action on Saturday, aren't they? So lots of great sports. Great time to be a Saskatchewan sports fan.
A real potential. The Rams and Cougars in the Hardy Cup. Obviously, Regina winning against Manitoba last weekend. So a chance for them to play and host the Vanier Cup. Very much a possibility, but right now the men's basketball team, they're on the verge of completing a potential comeback, only down by 5 here against the Lethbridge Pronghorns.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest with you, the Huskies and the Rams playing in the Hardy Cup will be one heck of a game. They're going to Saskatoon, but I guarantee you it'll be a tight game just like the one we're seeing here.
Hoffman making some moves, goes out for Salas, working on Bay. Can't get the layup. Keona the rebound. This is Bay. He's got 10 points. Tries to go all the way over for Kamba, but he was not there to receive that pass. Nearly hits a baby in a stroller courtside. And the Cougars still trail by 5.
Thank goodness for the parent that was there to be able to protect the child.
Hoffman. DeLille open in the post. Working this almost 2-3 zone now. He'll put up a 3. That's no good, but a whistle and a foul. It's going to stay with the Pronghorns for an over and back.
I think it's going to be on Keona. Just pushing him. Yeah.
That's his 3rd.
He's got to be careful there. Pollard checking back in. He's been unbelievable tonight.
Yeah, really a standout performer. As a player hits the deck right before the ball is inbounded, here is Pollard. In 28 minutes, he's got 26 points, 11 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals. Now he goes down low. DeLille with the jam. He's got 16.
I almost feel like that one was a little bit more personal, hey?
Certainly feels like it. Went a little bit dry in the 3rd quarter, but he has put his flag down here in the 4th. Kamba working in on Hoffman, contact and a foul. That'll be Hoffman's 3rd.
Yeah, definitely a blocking foul. The Lethbridge coach just trying to coach Max Hoffman through it as he looks a little bit confused. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in preseason, wasn't DeLille playing with the Cougars?
Possibly.
I think we'll have to fact check that for tomorrow night probably, because it might be a little bit harder to look up right now. But I feel like he did, and so maybe he got cut, went to Lethbridge, and now he's got an even bigger chip on his shoulder.
And a whistle and a travel for Keona. He'll get whistled for the walk. So the Cougars down by 7, 3.5 to play. It's kind of got to be now or never if they want to take an advantage.
Yeah, they need a couple quick buckets here. They need a stop here first and foremost. If they can get a stop and go down to the other end and score, that's all they need. And that'll give them enough just to get over the hump here.
Hoffman trying to find Lemieux. That one's tipped and in the hands of Kamba. Lead pass up for Lodi Kenyi. Makes a hop step and an offensive foul on Kenyi. Again, it's Baines who draws it. That's the 2nd time he's done that. Really well done from the guard.
Yeah, Lodi Kenyi is not happy with that call whatsoever. Right call, frankly, but I think he's just frustrated that it happened.
That'll be his 4th.
He's got to be careful. Can't afford to get a 5th, especially not right now.
All right, staying on the floor, you might as well. Down by multiple scores. Bay pressing. Hoffman brings it up. Loses it.
That
Was
should
it
be
off a
over and
touch?
back.
But an
7.
8-second violation. They say he didn't get over with possession. So it'll be a turnover. It was either going to be over and back or not. Or, excuse me, over and back or the 8 seconds. And Regina get the turnover they've been looking for. Now they just need to capitalize.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That it was going to be a turnover one way or another. How he feels about it is irrelevant.
Kenny goes up for a 3. Now with some space. Resets. Goes for Dornstadter. Spinning up for the lay. Slowly but surely, Regina are looking to cut into this lead.
Just need another stop here.
Goes all the way across. DeLille. Nearly doubled. They go up to Baines. Pollard will get a screen with shot clock to 4. Wants to fade away. Goes Baines. He'll put one up. It's blocked. And that's going to be a shot clock violation.
That's the stop they needed. That is the stop they needed. Down 5. They're definitely going to need it. Steve Burrows calling a play there on the sideline. He wants to see something that they've practiced. They need to if they want to make sure that they can create a good offensive look in this possession.
Now down by 5. Do you go for the 3 now? As we get an offensive foul for the screen. Or excuse me, did the player step out of bounds, I think.
Yeah, I think
it's a
you're
turnover.
right.
Just a turnover.
That's what it looked like. Isaiah Bay kind of tapping his chest there, saying like, "Oh, my bad." So
this is Pollard.
Mind you,
given Bay. The screen from Lemieux. That one looked pretty hard.
Oh yeah, it did.
They play it around Hoffman. It's also a whistle and an offensive foul. They'll call it on DeLille for the screen.
Yeah, I was just going to say Isaiah Bay given the hardest job on the court for these last 2 minutes to guard Pollard.
Bay gets a screen for Kenyi. He'll drive. We can make an impact here in this 4th quarter. Gets the defender spinning, gets the fadeaway.
That's what we needed from him. That's what he's been needing to do the entire game as we go to 3-point game. A minute and a half here. Regina needs a stop if they want any hope of winning this game.
Regina 1 timeout remaining. No fouls to give for either side. Solis going up. Solis through the contact, no whistle. Dornstadter the rebound. Bay, Regina down by 3. Guarded by Lemieux. They go in, Mather to the post. Contact, no whistle, goes up again, draws the foul, he'll go to the line.
Great play.
The 3rd foul on DeLille. Something to keep an eye on as we head inside 60 seconds.
And he knew that he'd bite too, because DeLille, very much a very enthusiastic player. Bryce Solis won't stop arguing with the referee, not happy with the call whatsoever. Got to be careful there. But DeLille, yeah. Cade Mather, beautiful job, knowing that he's going to bite. They've got to hit these free throws, though. Oh, my goodness. If there's ever a time to make them, it's now.
Cade Mather, 2 for 2 from the field. Has not shot a free throw today. 3 rebounds, 2 steals, along with 4 points. And the second one won't go. Looked like maybe a loose ball foul. Mather fighting for it. Regina get it back. Kenyi. Regina set the offense with 10 to go on the shot clock. Dornstadter in the post. Trying to go down low, intercepted Hoffman. He tried to hit Kamba. That pass was covered well.
Should have just gone up. He really should have just gone up.
Pollard, guarded by Bay, who's on 1 foul. Shot clock down to 9. Game clock to 25. They go to the corner. Here's a 3 to ice it. He's got it. Joe Lemieux knocks down the triple, and it's a 6-point game.
What a shot from Joe Lemieux.
Go down for Dornstadter. Can't get the lay. Goes back up through the contact. He'll go to the line. So the game not over just yet as Dornstadter with the chance to cut into this 6-point lead. But man, what a clutch three from Joe Lemieux.
11.7 seconds to play here. 6-point game. You can't help but wonder how the game would have ended and how it all would have gone had all of those free throws been hit tonight, and if Cade Mather would have made that last one, and if Dornstadter hadn't turned over that ball in that last play there.
The second one is missed, and Baywell got called for the foul on the rebound, so now we'll kind of go the other way as the game's going to probably slow down a little bit like this. Imagine Lethbridge likely to foul as well. 10.2 to play.
Yeah, definitely. If you're a Cougars fan, disappointing to say the least. Just watching how close they came to cutting that lead.
It's a little missing the first.
Just got to be ready in case.
2 of 4 from the line coming into this trip. And he goes out 0 for 2 on this one. Quickly out, it's Bay. He'll step back a 3. And that one's going to take a bounce. Dornstadter tries to get the rebound, a high foul as the time expires. And that's going to be the game. So Regina fought to the end, but Lethbridge with a comeback in the third quarter to win this one 70-65, their second win of the year. They'll advance to 2 and 3. Regina are going to fall to 1 and 2. Some final thoughts before we head out.
My biggest question is if Lou DeLille will start tomorrow night. The impact that he had coming off the bench and just how incredible he was as a whole, being able to not only impact in and around the paint, but defensively in the minutes that he gave. And Pollard, what a game. If he has anything remotely close to what he had, it's going to be a similar game to tomorrow night. I'm just excited to see what both these teams will bring us as we go into tomorrow night and play with them as well.
And we will see you then. Final score, Lethbridge Pronghorns 70, Regina Cougars 65. So long from the Queen City.